There you go. We are recording. All right. Well, hi everyone. Thanks for joining us this evening. My name is Sarah. I am one of the co-chairs for the Central Florida Birth Network. Elise Rivera, who's joining us, is our other co-chair. So we're really lucky to have her this evening in between babies. We're going to be hosting this just a little bit of informational. The reason we decided to have our open house for this month is because we officially incorporated 3 years ago in June. So happy birthday, CFBN. um, I'll get into the story. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it definitely is an interesting story of our little history, and I'm hoping that it gives folks an insight into where we started and where we're going. So, if you have any questions, feel free to use the chat. In the meantime, I'll go over our brief history. Um, CFBN started in 2022. So yes, we incorporated in 2023, but we actually started doing some grassroots organizing earlier in 2022. That was myself and Tamara Niederman. After I completed training with BADT, I was actually looking for community, and Tamara was already building community. And we got together and decided, let's see if we can take it offline and bring it into the real world. So we actually met very often at Blackbird Comics and Coffee House. It's over there in Maitland. It was kind of funny at that time because we were both working full-time day jobs. So we had many laptops on the table, one for personal use, one for our business use, and then going back and forth with ideas. And it took a little bit of time, but eventually we were able to come up with this idea of maybe we can organize a network of out of hospital community-based care providers and birth workers and midwives that can come together and support each other through the work that we do as entrepreneurs and small business owners. So it was really important for us that we wanted to honor the original CFBN. Not everybody is aware that in the early 2000s, Central Florida Birth Network was actually started by a different set of midwives and birth workers that are still working in our community for the most part. Some of them are still around. And we just wanted to continue to honor their legacy and, bring their story forward into what we are offering now. So rather than creating a brand new organization, we didn't want to reinvent the wheel. We decided that we were going to pull on different community members and have different meetings. We had a couple different community meetings, including Iris and a couple of her friends as well. And we got together at our very first in-person community outreach on April 2023. It was Earth Day, and we hosted that at the Apopka Earth Day Arts and Craft Fair. I want to show you how simple it was because we set up this cute little canopy. This is our first tabling event there. It was a little Walmart canopy. It's like $50. A little folding table and just some books and knickknacks that we had, and even some scarves to make the space look welcoming. And we hosted a nursing and comfort tent. So
How
basically,
little
families,
Sophia was.
right? So different from our current comfort tent, right?
Mhm.
Um, this space was free for anybody to come to sit down in a little rocking chair, change their baby, have a bottle of water, as you can see there, talk to one of the birth workers. And it was really great to get folks to see that there are folks in the community that want to be a part of your village. And so it was our first foray, I guess you could say, into community outreach. This really kind of spurred us. This event was like the inspiration to say, yeah, there's something here that we need to go a little bit farther. So we developed the mission and vision. Currently, the mission and vision are, I say currently because they can change as the landscape changes. But for Central Florida Birth Network works to support and uplift birth and allied health professionals who provide care that is holistic, safe, culturally responsive, and rooted in reproductive justice, while advocating for families' rights and equitable access to care. Our vision is for a thriving Central Florida communities where every individual and family experiences dignified, informed, and just reproductive birth and postpartum care. So we actually have 4 pillars that we have built the network on as it stands. Um, they have not changed since we started because we believe that this is the core of supporting everybody in our community: inclusivity, education, accessibility, and awareness. Because we are committed to building a community where everyone is welcomed, informed, supported, and connected. Because through education, collaboration, advocacy, and resource sharing, which is what we do a lot of, we work to increase access to reproductive, pregnancy, birth, and postpartum care. As we believe while uplifting these diverse individuals, families, and professionals, we can make our community a stronger, healthier place. This is why we are so expansive in our vocabulary. We offer free and low cost education, and we try to make sure it's accessible as possible so that way everyone can take advantage. Of course, on that topic, we have our community education and outreach. This is things that we regularly offer. And they're actually built on our commitments to our community. If you visit our website, we have a page that indicates our commitments to providers and our commitments to families as we serve as a nonprofit in Central Florida. We believe that access to evidence-informed information helps individuals and families make informed decisions about their reproductive experiences. That's why, again, like I mentioned, we offer those free and low-cost programs. They're both family-focused, community-focused, and for professional development. We like to offer lunch and learns as often as possible. We host an annual expo that has wonderful workshops and opportunities to speak with professionals. So this is just one of our core pillars there. Another opportunity that we offer with Central Florida Birth Network is networking. Networking is part of what we do. We believe that having a strong network between our community-based care providers enhances the referral system. It promotes continuing education because we're always learning new things from folks in our community, and we get to pick up lessons that they may have learned. And of course, it's a really great way to provide professional and personal support. Like I said, we started back in 2022, and 4 years later, I still love everybody I have worked with with this network. We've seen them change and grow so much. We've seen families change and grow so much over the last couple of years, and we hope that that welcoming experience is felt throughout everything we offer, our networking experiences and the education or outreach. We also provide a free directory. That is one of our other core services. The CFBN member directory features independent local providers and organizations serving Central Florida families. So that could be perinatal professionals like midwives, doulas, birth assistants, healthcare and holistic body workers, birth workers, birth assistants, massage therapists, just about anybody you can think of. If they're providing community-based care that focuses on the pregnancy, postpartum, and early parenting stage, we would love for those folks to be a part of our community and be a part of that directory. It is a free resource for the community, so families can access it that at any time. You just head over to the website, centralfloridabirthnetwork.org, and you'll be able to check out the provider directory. We've launched something new this year, which is really exciting, our professional referrals. We're taking it to the next level. So originally, when the directory was started, it was easy access, so folks can jump onto the website, connect with providers that are in their service area or providing a specific service that they need, and direct with them or connect with them directly, excuse me. In 2026, we have launched the opportunity for folks to reach out to the network directly, and we will put them in contact with folks that are providing the service that they're seeking. So far, it's had a really great response. We've had several families reach out via social media and through our website. The biggest thing is looking for providers who accept insurance. The next biggest thing is finding a midwife. Everybody wants to know where the midwives are. So I'm glad that we have them available on our directory. There are so many ways to get involved with CFBN. Membership is one of the options, but there are other ways to plug in as well. We have volunteer roles always available. The Taste of Midwifery Expo, again, is our annual event. It's our biggest event of the year, but we do a lot of other things throughout the year as well. We really like to listen to what the needs are of the community and try to fill the gap. That's what community-based care does. It fills the gap where the system may not be able to do so with policies and insurance requirements. So if you're interested in volunteering during, say, a networking event or a fundraiser, you can see those opportunities on our website or on our social media. There's always opportunities to partner as far as collaborating with hosting events, in-kind donations, sponsorships. We are currently expanding our programming so that way we can reach more families and offer a childbirth options class for fathers and non-birth parents in the community. We're having a educational program currently created by somebody who has experience in our community, and it should be launching before the end of the year. So we would really love if folks would like to partner and get involved in that. I think it'll be well received as it's in high demand. We often hear that folks are looking for things for dads. Dad needs this, dad needs that. But birth partners, we don't want them to feel like they're left out of the conversation. So this will be a great program for those folks. And of course, our leaders are volunteers too. Central Florida Birth Network is a nonprofit, and it's a fairly new nonprofit. So everyone you see leading the way at CFBN is not paid. We volunteer our time and energy to make sure that the mission can get carried out. And it's not easy to do with a small team. So we'd love for more folks to sign up. If you're interested in learning about different opportunities, please drop it in the chat or visit the website. We actually do have some availability, or I guess open spots available right now. So if you want to learn about those, the details are on our website. And of course, like I mentioned, we do have plenty of membership options available. It's an annual paid membership, which does support our mission. I want to say about 40, less than 48%, but probably more than 45. 40, about 45% of our in our revenue, our finances comes from membership. So when we have a healthy membership directory, we know that we can offer opportunities to connect and do the different types of programs that we have. So definitely, if you're interested in plugging in as an individual business owner or an organization, that's an option for you. And of course, what's up next? There's always something going on. We have monthly virtual networking, which is usually the fourth Wednesday of the month. Around this time of the evening, we'll meet virtually in a more relaxed setting, more like unofficial, where we can talk, share, commiserate, vent to a point, a certain extent, you know, and kind of share about what's going on in our community. It's really important to have those opportunities to just unload with folks that can relate and understand and, kind of get it. As a small business owner who works in the maternal health space, not everybody understands our schedule. Not everybody understands what we experience. So having these spaces makes it a little bit more comfortable. We love for y'all to join us. We also offer childbirth options class. That's a quarterly class where this options class explains to families where they can birth, what it might look like to experience a birth at home, a birth center, or a hospital. What is the team like? What are your options? A lot of folks know you can go to a hospital by default, but what are your other options? So that is one of our quarterly classes. And of course, we have regular meetups. We are trying to increase those now. So that's why, excuse me, we're also looking for an events coordinator because we would love to host more frequent in-person gatherings. They always feel so great to hug on folks and see folks in person. And we'd love to be able to do that more frequently. Excuse me. Of course, we have opportunities to collaborate. Um, Taste of Midwifery, the childbirth education classes, the support class for dads and birth partners, those all need volunteers, sponsors, people who may be wanting to lead classes. We can't host it by ourselves, so we definitely need community support. We love for you to share about the network, send our website to folks that might have questions. Um, share our email if folks have other questions or social media. There's lots of ways of plugging in. And, if you let folks know that we're in the community, they might learn something that they were missing. And of course, stay connected. This is all the ways you can stay connected with us. We, Central Florida Birth Network, can be found on Instagram, all spelled out, Central Florida Birth Network, on Facebook as well. And our website is centralfloridabirthnetwork.org. We can be reached at info@centralfloridabirthnetwork.org. And we're pretty easy to reach on social media or email. So if anybody has questions, that's a great way to reach out. This was a quick presentation. So if anybody has questions this evening or if they have any follow-up, please let me know. You can come off a mute or drop it in the chat.